Another story now developing in New York, where the state's attorney general is suing to dissolve the powerful gun lobbying organisation, the National Rifle Association, alleging fraud and abuse. Here's how Letitia James announced the move.
Just a few minutes ago, my office filed a lawsuit against the National Rifle Association to dissolve the organization in its entirety for years of self-dealing and illegal conduct that violate New York's charities law and undermine its own mission.
She let us know there's been an 18-month investigation, and this lawsuit alleges that the organisation diverted millions of dollars for the personal use of top leaders, awarded contracts for the financial gain of close associates and family, and failed to comply with a number of state and federal laws. Here's Letitia James again.
We've come to the conclusion that the NRA, unfortunately, was serving as a personal piggy bank to 4 individual defendants. In this state, we have a set of laws that every individual and entity must be held accountable to, regardless of who you are, regardless of your power, size, influence, wealth, or station in life. One set of laws. And today, we send a strong and loud message that no one is above the law, not even the NRA.
The lawsuit takes aim at 4 of the NRA's current and former leaders, including its chief executive, LaPierre. In response to these allegations, the NRA said this was a baseless, premeditated attack on our organisation and the Second Amendment freedoms it fights to defend. And, as evidenced by the lawsuit filed by the NRA today against the New York Attorney General, will not only not shrink from this fight, we will confront it and prevail. More from Neda Tawfiq.
Yeah, well, she went into the fact that this complaint has dozens of examples of how these executives used the NRA's money, millions and millions, for their own purposes. And she says that just in 3 years, $64 million was lost to the nonprofit, basically against their own interests. And she points to things like the chief executive, LaPierre, using 8 trips to the Bahamas with his family, riding private jets. These other executives expensing meals, memberships to different exclusive clubs. And they say that apart from trying to fund a lavish lifestyle, they also would give side deals and lucrative contracts to close associates and even former employees in order to buy their silence. So on top of kind of awarding themselves these grossly expensive salaries and bonuses, really, they said, as we heard there, created this culture of self-dealing. And that's why the New York Attorney General feels that the organization needs to be dissolved at this point.
Well, these allegations are creating quite a lot of buzz because the NRA is one of the most powerful political organisations in the United States. It lobbies heavily against gun control, and it contributed $30 million to President Donald Trump's campaign in 2016. After he was elected, he told the organisation's annual convention, "You came through for me and I'm going to come through for you." Well, after 2 mass shootings in August 2019, Mr. Trump said he did want to see stricter gun laws, but progress there has stalled. In reaction to today's announcement, he tweeted, "Just like radical left New York trying to destroy the NRA if Joe Biden becomes president, your great Second Amendment doesn't have a chance. Your guns will be taken away immediately and without notice. No police, no guns." Here's Neda Tawfiq again.
Over the years, as we've seen more and more anger at the mass shootings in this country, at gun violence in this country, they've really come under attack for stopping what many have called for more gun control, more laws to protect Americans. And so what we see here is, it's worth pointing out that this is a civil case. It's not aimed at the lobbying efforts for gun rights that the NRA is committed to. It's really looking at the personal actions of these 4 executives and the organization. But clearly this is going to come into political focus because of the political divisiveness in this country now. And so what you see there is the organization and President Trump, conservatives, really trying to paint this as a political action by a Democratic Attorney General, when really she is saying that it just shows that no organization is above the law and that they have to be held accountable for breaking the law, as she alleges in this suit.